I'm gonna start by drawing with a regular pencil a 1/2 inch border around my paper. So I'm going to start drawing out my objects onto the paper, and I'm actually going to be using my white colored pencil. So I know it's kind of scary to go on black paper with white pencil, but if we draw light enough, we should be able to erase. So just make sure throughout this process that you're only drawing darker once you're sure of where your stuff is. A really cool tip that I learned in college was to actually use your pencil as a measuring tool. This photograph is about the same size as the paper, okay, if we ignore the border, which we're not drawing in. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. I'm looking at my photo and trying to draw these objects onto my paper, which means if I lay my pencil down, let's say over top of this mason jar, I can see that my mason jar is going to be this long. So I'll take my finger, so where my finger's pinching and where the end of the pencil is, that's how long my mason jar will be on this paper. Okay, so I like to use this trick even for the negative space. So the space where there's no objects, I can even figure out where my jar is gonna start. So I line it up there, pinch, and then I'm gonna come over here and do the same thing. So now I know that my mason jar is gonna be coming about. All right, so I use my pencil measuring trick to map everything out. So before I add in any more detail, I'm just gonna go back and check my proportions, make sure that I'm looking at the photograph and that I'm looking at my paper just to double check everything. This is not a perfect drawing or anything. I'm just getting everything in the right spot, making sure it's the right proportions. So that's why I drew super light in case I need to erase, which all of us probably will have to erase at some point.